So, new league is approaching, and I've been fiddling around with league starters, especially regarding leveling and towards Poison Seismic Trap, obviously, and especially with leveling a, how are they called? Like a Pathfinder, like Pathfinder version. Would have already been the better choice last league, probably. And I just figured I'd bring you along a little bit on a journey and show you like in between progress things. I haven't really recorded the actual leveling because it's still amazing so far, and all of this is pre patch notes. Anyway, I just dinged 80 actually on a roughly 7-hour run. I was trying some things there. It's a pretty basic tree, and just wanted to show you in like a full SSF rush scenario without any gear really. So I'm basically almost resistance capped, just hovering a little bit in case you care, and on a 4-linked poisonous concoction kind of situation, which is mostly this one here. Where is it? Plague Bearer, right? I mean, that's roughly how this looks. Let's do like a little bit of a smaller map. Oh wait, let me put this. Obviously, this is still wide map content, where it's pretty fast right now. I mean, obviously, it's like rather zoomy thing. So all you do is like get your Blood Rage on, and then you just kind of zoom around, and your Plague Bearer is ready, and then you turn it on, and you just like kind of... Let's find some monsters here. You're kind of walking through everything, throwing these poisonous concoction things to stay alive, to be honest. Have a lot of blast effect. So yeah, that's like roughly the idea. I think you get an idea how this looks, right? Just wanted to show a bit of like progress, because typically, you know, as always does, like showing off, oh, this is how it looks and it's done and finished, and I feel like I don't do enough showcasing. Let's do a T6 maybe, which is a bit harder, obviously, and getting towards 80, you kind of need to get into yellow maps. And even here, to be fair, I'm still pretty happy without picking anything up since level 65 maybe. It still kind of works, right? You still can turn on your thing. Then obviously you need to hit these guys a little bit more often because they're yellow. And then obviously this thing is a bit more dangerous, and I might even die. Let's see. It's all still very early. Did I just eat my flasks? Is that like a flask eating mod or something? I don't know. Possibly. But yeah, in yellow maps, it's not incredibly zoomy anymore. But as said, and you just saw the gear, right? Just like, compared to that, it's insanely quick still. And really, really cool. So I just wanted to show you this in-between, almost died, this little in-between thing. And next step would be, how would this look if I get like 2 really cheap uniques? I'm looking for Void Eye and like these weird gloves that make my thing here into like a pseudo 4-link. So I'm just gonna transfer this character to actual Crucible out of SSF, get the uniques, and then we're gonna have a look how that would look, because an actual trade league, to be honest, during that time, or latest here, latest mid-70s, probably these 5 chaos would be enough. And I probably have a few more, right? A few more. This would be enough to just buy something or actually craft better gear. So it's gonna have a look at that stuff next. I just got the items. I got a Void Eye. That's for Plague Bearer. So we have like a really high level Plague Bearer for that thing. I got these gloves here, so turning this into like a pseudo 5-link. Obviously these items are incredibly cheap, and they're also very cheap on League Start. I had to change like my helmet and shield as well, just to get a little bit more. Actually, I didn't change the shield, right? Oh, I kept the shield, but I changed the helmet to get more resistance, essentially. So I'm resistance kept again, because it was like a little bit weird. And yeah, just like in comparison, maybe I also have maps now because I'm back into something. Let's also do like some random map here again. Doesn't really matter. I think we did it at tier 7. Did we just do a tier 7? I forgot, and maybe it's a problem that we have now stronger map mods, like a full atlas. But just like in comparison, something you would obviously do in softcore trade, to be fair. That should give us significantly stronger results there. So yeah, even there in like yellow maps, considering we invested just nothing right now. How is this not charging? Oh, I didn't turn it on. Yeah, very good. Very smart. Let's find some density maybe. Oh, now it's charged. Okay, cool. So yeah, obviously then Plague Bearer turns out to be very, very strong with the extra levels. So that's kind of the basic idea here. There's like no density in this map. That's insane. I want something with more density. Let me find a map that is, let's maybe a tier 8. Alleyways? Alleyways should be good, right? Is the one really bad? Cooldown recovery, who cares? Okay, this should be fine. Let's try this real quick. Oh yeah, this should be more straight, right? This is working better. There's also more density. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. It's like an essence here. You can still handle pretty easily. Okay, maybe not the guy with the dome. Got the Plague Bearer again. Still not corrupted Bloody Moon. Should probably get that as well. But yeah, you do get an idea. So this is roughly a 7-hour progress, realistic progress, like really realistic progress without actually optimizing gear. So I do feel like this would be, still would be a really, really good starter. I mean, we can also have a look at maybe a tier 14, which is obviously a bit much, probably, at this given time. Can we roll this somehow in not bad? I don't know, maybe like this. Shock ground is kind of bad. Crit is kind of bad. Chain is kind of bad. It's okay. At least this should be kind of fine. Let's have a look at like a tier 14, which is definitely way too much for a character like this. But the question is, could you progress enough if you really wanted to on something like this? I don't think so. It's probably too difficult, and I would expect to die quite a bit. Actually, it's not that bad, is it? It's not the worst. Actually, I'm a bit surprised right now. We kind of need Plague Bearer there. Like, outside of Plague Bearer, it's pretty bad, to be fair. That's what I meant earlier with, like, this is more of a Plague Bearer build than anything else, and maybe you also need freeze immunity and everything. I'm taking the shrine for a second. Okay, I died there. Okay, I mean, that's... I'm a bit surprised, to be fair, that T14 went so well. But yeah, that's roughly progress so far. And I do feel like it's a really, really good league starter. Or should be a really good league starter. Obviously, the idea is not to stay Poisonous Concoction, right? But for like a day or two, I can totally see staying Poisonous Concoction and like kind of optimizing the tree a little bit. And then why I also wanted to do this thing right now is in terms of ideas. And obviously, I'm going to try and go towards Poison Seismic Trap with this. But also because it's pre-patch notes, there still is just normal Poison Exsanguinate or some other spell to use with a Pathfinder, poison-based. I think Gurutu has a bunch of different PUBs for that, so we could look into something like this, or play something Pathfinder, poison-based Pathfinder, and then later on go into Forbidden Rite totems, for example. So I do feel like this starter that is really nice to level and performs really surprisingly well, or not surprisingly well actually, obviously, very much performs very, very well, even though Poison Concoction got such a heavy nerf last league, or this current league still. It still is really, really good, and I feel like people undervalued it quite a bit. First off, as a leveling skill, and also as a starter skill, basically, since you can really progress with this one really, really well. I'm gonna keep testing quite a bit more and see how far I get this into Poison Seismic Trap, and then probably wait for patch notes, or maybe just give you a little bit of an update. I'm gonna continue this, swap it to Poison Seismic Trap, and then see how that goes, and give you maybe a little bit of an update before patch notes. And then we're gonna see patch notes, and maybe it destroys everything, and there's no more poison, right? Who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna put this POB like straight up, in whatever case it is right now. I'm just gonna put you the POB in there. Just don't exactly follow that, please. Please don't. It's gonna be a really bad idea. Wait for some updates until you actually start anything like that, and especially let's wait for patch notes, so we're gonna see. But for now, yeah, just wanted to bring you along a little bit on the testing of everything. So bye.